With Zlatan Ibrahimovic on the field, expect some crazy strikes, but off the pitch, expect some crazy expensive things. And if you thought that was an exaggeration, you should stay glued to this video because you're about to see Ibrahimovic in all his expensive glory. From a private jet that costs close to 30 million to a wristwatch that costs over 12,000. These are the crazy expensive things Zlatan Ibrahimovic owns. Private jet. One thing that's common among footballers is traveling. They travel to participate in training, matches, or to be with their loved ones, which are pretty good reasons to own a private jet. Although not every player can afford a private jet, some have spent crazy sums on purchasing one. One of them is Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He chose a Cessna Citation Longitude that costs nearly $26 million. Yeah, you heard that right, $26 million. You shouldn't expect to pay less for a jet that has 12 leather seats and can fly up to 881 kilometers per hour. Ibrahimovic has no reason to worry about long flights as his jet has a fuel efficiency system. The tank is enough to make 3,500 nautical miles and oh, it's such a comfortable space. You don't have to be on it to know. Ibrahimovic can stand up, walk around, eat, and even sleep whenever he wants. What can be better than a feeling at home on air? With its price, Ibrahimovic's jet becomes the third most expensive jet following Lionel Messi's $45 million jet. Well, Zlatan Ibrahimovic can comfortably afford that, as his club pays him no less than €7 million to keep him in the club. A journalist once asked if he bought a Ferrari at the time of purchase, to which he answered, "Absolutely not. I've ordered a plane. It's much faster." Seems Ibrahimovic loves all-around speed. In Ireland. After Zlatan got disappointed in Euro 2012, he needed something therapeutic to bring him off the feeling. Guess what he got to make himself happy? In Ireland. How many people in the world do you think are wealthy enough to afford a private island? Not many, right? Well, Zlatan is one of them. And while most people would choose to own a Caribbean island, a place where the sun shines most of the year, Zlatan chose an island on Lake Mälaren on the west side of Stockholm known as Devenso Island, the third largest in Sweden. This island has a few scattered properties already, but it's more like Zlatan's interests go far beyond tranquility. The property contains about 500 hectares of hunting ground, which allows a hunter to stalk deer and wild boar, as well as fish for pike and perch. Zlatan already revealed that he has a growing passion for hunting, and since he purchased the island, there's no doubt he's ready to take his hobby to a practical level. Yacht. Zlatan has an expensive car collection, which means he can go anywhere by road in his cars. He also has a private jet that makes him travel by air. But what if he wants to go on water? Well, he's got a yacht too. A yacht that cost nearly $9 million. Back in 2018, Zlatan shared with us an image of his yacht, which he captioned "almost there" when he was still waiting for it. The yacht features large hull windows with integrated portholes on both sides that flood the area with natural light, which offers great views from the saloon. The luxurious Riva 100 Casaro has a dining area, a cocktail bar, and a club. And it's spacious enough to invite his teammates to celebrate their victories. It also has a garage that houses a tender of up to 4.5 meters and jet skis. The super yacht can sleep up to 10 guests, 3 double suites, and a twin located below on the lower deck. The 29.9 meter yacht comes with 2 engine configurations. The twin M93 2435, which provides a maximum speed of 27.5 knots, and the twin M94 2638 mile per hour, which produces up to 29 knots. Wow, no kidding, that's fast life on water. Porsche Spider. Back in 2014, Zlatan got himself a Porsche Spider, which cost $861,000. He was first seen driving the car in Stockholm, Sweden, but later made the headlines when he made an impression with it at the Milan Fashion Week. The Porsche Spider is the replacement for the Carrera GT and has impressive features. The car has very similar mechanics to a race car, which is something Zlatan probably loves about the car. It's a plug-in hybrid, put in motion by a 4.6-liter naturally aspirated V8 engine, helped by 2 electric motors. In conjunction, they deliver 875 horsepower and a maximum torque of 944 pounds per foot. Confused? Let's make it simple. According to those figures, the supercar can hit up to 62 miles per hour from zero within 2.6 seconds, with a top speed of 214 miles per hour and a range of 19 kilometers in the electric mode. Safe to say, Zlatan has no time to waste. He loves everything fast. And if you think this is his only luxury car, you're wrong. He has a Ferrari Enzo, an Audi S8, Maserati Gran Turismo, and a Lamborghini Gallardo. Let's not even talk about how much these cars all cost together. When you think about how he maintains these cars, you probably think he's hired people to do the cleaning for him. But Zlatan says, "It's not like I go polish them every day. I never clean my car. I have it for 6 years. I like to drive them. I'm not here to make it beautiful." Wow, what a man. Mansion in Malmo. Not to think Zlatan only bought mobile homes. He also invested in the real estate business back in 2009. He bought a mansion in Malmo, Sweden, his home country, at approximately $3.5 million for the mansion. The home was built as far back as 1912, standing on 1,854 acres of land. It faces the Öresund Strait, the river which connects Denmark and Sweden. The house has 5 bedrooms, 3 balconies, and a fabulous swimming pool. In 2013, Zlatan put the mansion on the market in hopes of selling it for a really good price. He struggled with the sales for 2 years until 2015, when he finally agreed to sell it. He eventually sold it for the same price for which he bought it to Carl Soderberg, an ice hockey star. It's not clear why he sold his mansion, but does it really matter? He can always buy another one. A church. This one must come up as a big surprise, as you might even think you heard wrong. But no, you didn't. In 2015, Zlatan bought a church in Stockholm, Sweden. Now you've got questions, right? And your first answer is no, he didn't do it with religious purpose in mind. According to reports, he plans to renovate the church and turn it into an apartment where he would live after his retirement. The church is a 4-story building that cost him $11 million. Zlatan's plans is no surprise, as he already revealed that he would prefer to live in Stockholm rather than Malmo when he retires. He said, "It feels more international. The fact that I lived abroad a lot means I must have an international sense." Rented house in England. Back when Zlatan played for Manchester United, he rented a luxurious home in England. And for that home, he paid $38,000 every month. If you think about it, that amount is probably someone's annual salary, but compared to Zlatan's salary, the amount is small. Yes, he earned $27 million in a year when he was playing in England. Recently built with an Italian influence, the house has a games room, wine cellar, and gym in 10,000 square feet of living space. It has 6 bedrooms, and in every bedroom is an ensuite, while some have dressing rooms, all beautifully decorated. The mansion is well known to footballers, and it became more popular after Zlatan left England. In 2017, the owners put the mansion on the market for a whopping $8 million. That's one expensive building. Rolex Daytona. From all that you've seen so far, you should know by now that Zlatan doesn't go for cheap things. Although he doesn't seem like someone who would be so much into wristwatches. He's been seen choosing a Rolex Daytona for the LA Galaxy Conference, a model that cost $12,400. Zlatan used to have a lot of wristwatches, and of course very expensive ones, but he lost them all to a robbery. During an interview, he spoke about his watches where he said, "For some people, it's important. For me, I have a different story. I had a lot of watches, important watches, before they robbed my house. We went on vacation and my wife said, 'Bring some watches. You're gonna need them for the vacation.' He left his watches at home, and before they got back, the house had been robbed. Zlatan said, 'They cleaned everything. That was a message from God. I should have nothing like those watches.'"